Taylor Allison Swift, born December 13, 1989, is an American singer-songwriter. One of the leading contemporary recording artists, she is known for narrative songs about her personal life, which have received widespread media coverage. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, Swift moved to Nashville, Tennessee at the age of 14 to pursue a career in country music. She signed with the label Big Machine Records and became the youngest artist ever signed by the Sony ATV music publishing house. Her 2006 self-titled debut album peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and spent the most weeks on the chart in the 2000s. The album's third single, Our Song, made her the youngest person to single-handedly write and perform a number 1 song on the Hot Country Songs chart. Swift's second album, Fearless, was released in 2008. Buoyed by the success of pop crossover singles Love Story and You Belong With Me, Fearless became the best-selling album of 2009 in the United States. The album won 4 Grammy Awards, with Swift becoming the youngest Album of the Year winner. Swift was the sole writer of her 2010 album, Speak Now. It debuted at number 1 in the United States and the single Mean won 2 Grammy Awards. Her fourth album, Red, 2012, yielded the successful singles We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and I Knew You Were Trouble. With her fifth album, the pop-focused 1989-2014, she became the first act to have 3 albums sell 1 million copies within 1 week in the United States. Its singles Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood reached number 1 in the US, Australia, and Canada. The album received 3 Grammy Awards, and Swift became the first woman and 5th act overall to win Album of the Year twice. The 2015 concert tour for 1989 became one of the highest-grossing of the decade. Swift's 6th album, Reputation, 2017, and its lead single Look What You Made Me Do topped the UK and US charts. As a songwriter, Swift has received awards from the Nashville Songwriters Association and the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and was included in Rolling Stone's 100 Greatest Songwriters of All Time in 2015. She is also the recipient of 10 Grammy Awards, 5 Guinness World Records, 1 Emmy, 21 Billboard Music Awards, and 12 Country Music Association Awards. Swift is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, having sold more than 40 million albums, including 27.8 million in the US and 130 million single downloads. She has appeared in Time's 100 Most Influential People in the World, 2010 and 2015, Forbes' Top Earning Women in Music, 2011 to 2015, Forbes' 100 Most Powerful Women, 2015, and Forbes Celebrity 100, 2016. Her inclusion in the third of these made her the youngest woman on the list, and she ranked first in Celebrity 100. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania. 1. Her father, Scott Kingsley Swift, was a financial advisor, and her mother, Andrea Gardner Swift, née Finley, was a homemaker who had previously worked as a mutual fund marketing executive. 2. Swift has a younger brother named Austin. 3. The singer spent the early years of her life on a Christmas tree farm. 4. She attended preschool and kindergarten at the Alvernia Montessori School, run by Franciscan nuns. 5. Before transferring to the Windcroft School. 6. The family then moved to a rented house in the suburban town of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania. 7. Where she attended Wyomissing Area Junior, Senior High School. 8. At the age of 9, Swift became interested in musical theater and performed in 4 Berks Youth Theater Academy productions. 9. She also traveled regularly to New York City for vocal and acting lessons. 10. Swift later shifted her focus toward country music inspired by Shania Twain songs, which made her want to just run around the block 4 times and daydream about everything. 11. She spent her weekends performing at local festivals and events. 12-13, After watching a documentary about Faith Hill, Swift felt sure that she needed to go to Nashville, Tennessee, to pursue a music career. 14, at the age of 11, she traveled with her mother to visit Nashville record labels and submitted a demo tape of Dolly Parton and Dixie Chicks karaoke covers. 15, however, she was rejected since everyone in that town wanted to do what I wanted to do. So, I kept thinking to myself, I need to figure out a way to be different. 16. When Swift was about 12 years old, computer repairman and local musician Ronnie Creamer taught her how to play guitar and helped with her first efforts as a songwriter, leading to her writing Lucky You. 17-18, in 2003, Swift and her parents started working with New York-based music manager Dan Dimtro. With his help, Swift modeled for Abercrombie & Fitch as part of their Rising Stars campaign, had an original song included on a Maybelline compilation CD, and attended meetings with major record labels. 19. After performing original songs at an RCA Records showcase, Swift was given an artist development deal and began making frequent trips to Nashville with her mother. 2021. To help Swift break into country music, her father transferred to the Nashville office of Merrill Lynch when she was 14, and the family relocated to a lakefront house in Hendersonville, Tennessee. 22-23, Swift attended public high school, 24, but after 2 years transferred to the Aaron Academy, which through homeschooling could accommodate her touring schedule, and she graduated a year early. 25. 2004-2008. Career beginnings and Taylor Swift. In Nashville, Swift worked with experienced Music Row songwriters such as Troy Verges, Brett Beavers, Brett James, Mac McAnally, and the Warren Brothers. 26-27, she eventually formed a lasting working relationship with Liz Rose. 28, they began meeting for 2-hour writing sessions every Tuesday afternoon after school. 29, Rose thought that the sessions were some of the easiest I've ever done. Basically, I was just her editor. She'd write about what happened in school that day. She had such a clear vision of what she was trying to say. And she'd come in with the most incredible hooks. Swift was signed by the Sony ATV Tree Publishing House, 30, but left RCA Records when she was 14. 13, she later recalled, I genuinely felt that I was running out of time. I wanted to capture these years of my life on an album while they still represented what I was going through. 31. Taylor Swift, wearing a white dress and sunglasses, plays an acoustic guitar while standing at a microphone stand. Swift performing at Yahoo! Headquarters in Sunnyvale, California in 2007. Swift was at an industry showcase at Nashville's Bluebird Cafe in 2005 when she caught the attention of Scott Borchetta, a DreamWorks Records executive who was preparing to form his own independent record label, Big Machine Records. She had met Borchetta in 2004. 32, she became one of the first signings, and her father purchased a 3% stake in the fledgling company at an estimated cost of $120,000. 33-34, the singer began working on her eponymous debut album shortly after signing the record deal. She persuaded Big Machine to hire her demo producer Nathan Chapman, with whom she felt she had the right chemistry. 13, Swift wrote 3 of the album's songs alone, and co-wrote the remaining 8 with writers Rose, Robert Ellis Oral, Brian Marr, and Angelo Petroglia. 35. Taylor Swift was released on October 24, 2006. 36. John Caramanica of the New York Times described it as a small masterpiece of pop-minded country, both wide-eyed and cynical, held together by Miss Swift's firm, pleading voice. 37. Taylor Swift peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart in the United States and spent 157 weeks on the ranking, marking the longest stay on the chart by any release in the country in the 2000s decade. 38. As of August 2016, the album has sold over 7.75 million copies worldwide. 39. Big Machine Records was still in its infancy during the June 2006 release of the lead single, Tim McGraw, and Swift and her mother helped stuff the CD singles into envelopes to send to radio. 40. She spent much of 2006 promoting Taylor Swift with a radio tour and television appearances. 41-42. Borchetta has said that record industry peers disliked his signing of a 16-year-old singer-songwriter at first, but that Swift tapped into a previously unknown market, teenage girls who listened to country music. 22. Following Tim McGraw, 4 more singles were released throughout 2007 and 2008, Teardrops on My Guitar, Our Song, Picture to Burn and Should Have Said No. All were highly successful on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart in the United States, with Our Song and Should Have Said No both reaching number 1. For the former, Swift became the youngest person to single-handedly write and perform a number 1 song on the chart. 43. Teardrops on My Guitar became a moderate commercial success, reaching number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 Songs chart in the United States. 44. Swift also released the holiday album Sounds of the Season, the Taylor Swift Holiday Collection in October 2007 and the EP Beautiful Eyes in July 2008. 45-46, she promoted her debut album extensively as the opening act for other artists on their tours. 47. Swift won accolades for Taylor Swift. She was one of the recipients of the Nashville Songwriters Association's Songwriter Artist of the Year in 2007, becoming the youngest person to be honored with the title. 48. She also won the Country Music Association's Horizon Award for Best New Artist. 49. The Academy of Country Music Awards Top New Female Vocalist. 50. And the American Music Awards Favorite Country Female Artist honor. 51. She was also nominated for Best New Artist at the 2008 Grammy Awards. 52. In July of that year,